Top 8 Most Horror Houses in the United States of America. Let's start No. 8. The Whaley House, San Diego, California. The Whaley House, located in Old Town San Diego, California, is often called the most haunted house in America. And for good reason. Built in 1857 by Thomas Whaley, the house sits on land that once served as the city's gallows, where public executions took place long before the Whaley family arrived. This dark history is said to have left a permanent mark on the property, making it a magnet for paranormal activity. Over the years, countless visitors and investigators have reported unexplained phenomena that make the Whaley House a chilling destination for those fascinated by the supernatural. Footsteps echo through the hallways when no one is walking. Doors open and close by themselves, and sudden cold spots appear in rooms that are otherwise warm. Many have claimed to hear children laughing or whispering in empty spaces, as if echoes of past lives refuse to leave. The most frequently seen apparition is that of Thomas Whaley himself, dressed in 19th century clothing, silently watching over the home he built. Some visitors have felt an overwhelming sense of being observed, while others report objects moving inexplicably, as if an unseen hand is at work. Photographs taken inside the house sometimes reveal shadowy figures or mysterious shapes not visible to the naked eye, adding to the house's eerie reputation. Despite its unsettling history, the Whaley House is now a museum, allowing tourists to explore its haunted rooms while learning about its historical significance. What makes this house truly terrifying is not only the tragedies that occurred there, but also the lingering presence that refuses to fade, making every creaking floorboard and unexplained noise a reminder that some places never truly let go of the past. Visiting the Whaley House is an experience that blends history with the supernatural, leaving guests with an unforgettable sense of unease and fascination. No. 7. The Villisca Axe Murder House, Iowa, located in Villisca, Iowa, is infamous for one of the most chilling unsolved crimes in American history. On the night of June 9, 1912, a couple, Josiah and Sarah Moore, their 4 children, and 2 visiting children, were brutally murdered in their sleep with an axe. The killer was never caught, and the house has retained an atmosphere of fear and mystery ever since. Visitors and paranormal investigators frequently report eerie occurrences, from unexplained footsteps in empty rooms to the sound of children laughing or crying late at night. Doors have been known to swing open on their own, and lights turn on and off without explanation, leaving guests feeling as if the house is alive and aware of their presence. Many claim to wake up with scratches or bruises after staying overnight, adding to the house's terrifying reputation. Paranormal researchers often use infrared cameras and EVP devices to capture unexplained activity, and recordings sometimes reveal whispers, moans, or other unidentifiable sounds. Some visitors have even reported seeing shadowy figures moving through the hallways or a dark figure standing at the end of a corridor. Despite its small size, the house exudes an oppressive energy, as if the tragedies of that night have seeped into its walls and refuse to leave. Today, the Villisca Axe Murder House operates as a museum, offering tours to those brave enough to step inside. The combination of historical fact, unsolved crime, and ongoing paranormal activity makes it one of the most haunted and unsettling houses in the United States. Every corner, creaking floorboard, and sudden chill serves as a reminder that some horrors are not just stories. Te are rea, and some houses never forget. No. 6. The Amityville House, New York. The Amityville House, located in Amityville, New York, is perhaps the most famous haunted house in America, known worldwide for its horrifying events that unfolded in the 1970s. In 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. shocked the nation when he murdered his entire family while they slept, claiming later that voices compelled him to commit the crimes. A year later, the Lutz family moved into the same house, hoping to start fresh, but they quickly discovered that something was profoundly wrong. Within days, they reported strange odors, cold spots, and an overwhelming sense of dread throughout the home. Objects began moving on their own, doors slammed mysteriously, and unseen forces seemed to watch their every move. Most disturbing of all, family members claimed to see a figure with glowing red eyes staring at them, sometimes even appearing inside their bedrooms at night. The house also emitted a greenish slime in certain areas, further unnerving its occupants. Paranormal investigators who visited documented unusual electrical disturbances and unexplained noises, including whispers, screams, and footsteps that had no source. The Lutz family abandoned the house after only 28 days, terrified by experiences they described as increasingly violent and oppressive. The combination of a real-life murder, unexplained phenomena, and the widespread media attention transformed the Amityville house into a symbol of American horror. Over the decades, skeptics and believers alike have visited the property, with many claiming that the house's dark energy persists. Whether the strange occurrences were supernatural or psychological, there is no denying the lasting terror the house has inspired. The Amityville house remains a chilling reminder that sometimes the most terrifying places are the ones with a real and bloody past. Every creak, shadow, and cold draft serves as a haunting echo of the horrors that took place within its walls. No. 5. The Myrtles Plantation, Louisiana. The Myrtles Plantation, located in St. Francisville, Louisiana, is often referred to as one of America's most haunted homes, carrying a history steeped in tragedy, betrayal, and lingering spirits. Built in 1796, the plantation sits on land once belonging to the Tunica tribe, and over the years, it has been the site of multiple deaths and mysterious events. Legend tells of Chloe, an enslaved woman who allegedly poisoned the family she served, leading to her brutal execution. Her spirit is said to haunt the plantation to this day, appearing as a woman in a green turban or as a shadowy figure glimpsed in photographs taken by visitors. Guests often report unexplained phenomena, including objects moving on their own, mysterious handprints appearing on mirrors and windows, and the sound of children's voices echoing through empty rooms. Many have felt an intense sense of being watched, as if invisible eyes are tracking every movement. Paranormal investigators have captured shadow figures, orbs, and strange temperature fluctuations throughout the home, adding credibility to the plantation's reputation. Unlike more overtly violent hauntings, the Myrtles Plantation's disturbances are subtle yet deeply unsettling, creating a quiet tension that lingers long after visitors leave. The plantation has also been linked to at least 10 deaths on the property, which may contribute to the restless energy that permeates the estate. Today, the Myrtles Plantation operates as a historic site, allowing guests to tour its rooms and grounds while learning about its dark history. Yet for those who venture there at night, the combination of documented tragedies, mysterious sightings, and chilling legends ensures that the Myrtles Plantation remains a place where the past refuses to rest, and the spirits of history continue to whisper through its halls. No. 4. The Lalaurie Mansion, New Orleans, Louisiana. The Lalaurie Mansion, located in the French Quarter of New Orleans, Louisiana, is notorious not only for hauntings, but for its gruesome history of human cruelty. Built in the early 1800s, it was once the home of socialite Madame Delphine, who outwardly appeared elegant and refined. Behind closed doors, however, she committed unspeakable acts against the enslaved people she owned, torturing them with methods that shocked even her contemporaries. The mansion gained infamy in 1834 when a fire revealed the truth. Enslaved individuals were discovered, chained, mutilated, and suffering in hidden rooms. This horrific discovery cemented the Lalaurie Mansion's dark reputation. Today, paranormal activity in the home is reported regularly by visitors and residents alike. People claim to hear screams, chains rattling, and the cries of women and children coming from empty rooms. Some have seen shadowy figures moving through the halls or glimpsed faces peering from windows at night. Even the atmosphere outside the house is said to be heavy and oppressive, instilling a sense of dread in passers. Photographs taken inside the mansion often reveal unexplained orbs or dark shapes, further fueling its legend. Despite modern renovations and changes in ownership, the mansion seems to retain the energy of its tragic past, with many believing that the spirits of those who suffered under Madame Lalaurie's cruelty continue to linger. The Lalaurie Mansion is a stark reminder that some houses are haunted not just by death, but by the very evil of human actions. Its blend of historical fact and ongoing paranormal activity makes it one of the most chilling and feared homes in the United States, drawing curious visitors who are brave enough to confront the darkness that refuses to fade. No. 3. The Bel Air Mansion, California. The Bel Air Mansion in California is a striking example of luxury overshadowed by a history of mysterious and unsettling events. Though lavish and expensive, This mansion has gained a reputation for unexplained activity that continues to intrigue and terrify visitors. The home was once owned by a well-known actress, whose untimely and mysterious death sparked rumors of a lingering presence within its walls. Over the years, residents and guests have reported an array of paranormal occurrences that seem to defy explanation. Shadowy figures are often seen moving silently through hallways, disappearing as quickly as they appear. Visitors have experienced sudden drops in temperature, feelings of intense pressure or dread in specific rooms, and the sensation of being watched even when no one else is present. Security cameras and surveillance systems have occasionally captured movement in rooms that were completely empty, adding to the mansion's eerie reputation. Some say the house has a personality of its own, feeding on attention and growing more active when people discuss or investigate it. This phenomenon has led paranormal researchers to describe the mansion as a location where human curiosity seems to provoke the spirits or energy within. Despite its beauty and high-profile ownership, the Bel Air mansion exudes an atmosphere that blends elegance with fear, leaving guests uneasy and alert. The combination of a mysterious death, ongoing paranormal activity, and the mansion's fame creates a compelling and terrifying aura that cannot be ignored. For those who enter its halls, the experience is unforgettable luxury intertwined with darkness, and a haunting reminder that wealth and opulence cannot protect a house from the lingering presence of something unknown. No, the Perrin House, Rhode Island. The Perrin House, located in Harrisville, Rhode Island, is famously known as the real-life inspiration behind the events depicted in the Conjuring films. Built in the 18th century, the house gained notoriety when the Perrin family moved in during the 1970s and began experiencing increasingly terrifying paranormal activity. Almost immediately, they noticed objects moving on their own, doors opening and closing without cause, and strange noises echoing throughout the home. Shadows flitted across walls and hallways, often seen out of the corner of one's eye, while cold spots and sudden temperature drops heightened the sense of unease. The most chilling events were reportedly centered around the children, who became frightened and spoke of a dark figure that claimed ownership of the house. Paranormal investigators later identified the spirit as Bathsheba Sherman, a woman accused of witchcraft in the 19th century, who was rumored to have sacrificed her own child in a ritual. Bathsheba's presence was said to be malevolent, manipulating the family's environment and instilling terror into those who remained inside. Members of the Perrin family described feeling invisible hands pulling at them, unexplained scratches, and voices whispering threats in the dead of night. Even investigators and visitors reported witnessing objects flying, lights turning on and off, and shadows appearing where no one stood. The Perrin House is a stark example of how the energy of a place, combined with tragic history, can create a sustained and disturbing haunting. Today, the house remains a point of interest for paranormal enthusiasts and historians alike, offering insight into the thin boundary between the natural and supernatural. The Perrin House demonstrates that some homes are not merely haunted, they are actively inhabited by forces determined to leave their mark on everyone who enters. No. 1. The Winchester Mystery House, California. The Winchester Mystery House, located in San Jose, California, is perhaps the most enigmatic and bizarre haunted house in the United States. Unlike typical haunted houses, its reputation is not solely based on ghosts, but on the obsession and fear that built it into a labyrinthine mansion. Sarah Winchester, widow of the inventor of the famous Winchester rifle, believed she was being haunted by the spirits of those killed by her husband's invention. In an effort to appease these restless spirits, she purchased a small farmhouse and began an endless construction project that continued for 38 years, until her death in 1922. The house became a maze of strange architecture, with staircases leading nowhere, doors opening into walls, windows on the floor, and hallways that twist unpredictably. Workers reported hearing whispers, footsteps, and other unexplained sounds during construction, and visitors today often experience the same eerie sensations. The mansion is filled with narrow corridors, hidden rooms, and unusual features, giving a sense that the house itself is alive and watching anyone who enters. Some paranormal investigators have captured strange phenomena such as ghostly apparitions, unexplained shadows, and sudden cold spots, while guests frequently report a sense of unease or disrespect. The Winchester Mystery House, represents an intersection of obsession, grief, and superstition, creating a location where human fear shaped the physical environment into something uniquely unsettling. Unlike other haunted houses, the terror here is subtle yet pervasive, as if the building itself is aware of the spirits it was designed to confound. Touring the mansion is a haunting experience, blending history, mystery, and supernatural intrigue. The Winchester Mystery House is not just a haunted home, it is a monument to fear, the unknown, and the extraordinary lengths one person went to try to escape it. As we've seen, these houses are more than just buildings. They are vessels of history, tragedy, and lingering fear. Each home tells a story, sometimes of violence, sometimes of obsession, and sometimes of sorrow so deep that it seems to have left an imprint on the very walls. From the Whaley House in San Diego to the labyrinth of the Winchester Mystery House, every location carries its own energy, its own mysteries, and its own warnings. Visitors and investigators alike have reported strange sounds, shadowy figures, and unexplainable occurrences, proving that some places do not forget the events that occurred within them. Whether it is the restless spirits of children in Valeska, the malevolent presence of Bathsheba in the Perrin House, or the obsessive constructions of Sarah Winchester, one thing is clear. Some houses are alive with the echoes of the past. They remind us that history is never truly gone, and that fear, when rooted in reality, can linger for generations. If you decide to visit these homes, do so with caution, respect, and awareness of their dark legacies. Remember, some doors are best left closed, some walls are better left and some stories are haunting enough to stay with you forever.